Imagine a pizza party waiting inside your freezer for that perfect night when maybe you're tired, you've worked all day, you've been so busy, and you're craving something delicious, like authentic Hawaiian pizza with juicy pineapple and ham, or pepperoni with a barbecue swirl. Whatever kind of pizza is your favorite, you can have it waiting in the freezer for the perfect evening. I'm Jamie and this is Eat Homemade, and I've been on a mission to fill my freezer up with quick, easy meals that stick to a budget and taste delicious. Thank you for joining me. I've made 20 pizzas that are just amazing and so easy to throw together. I'm going to show you how in just a minute, but right now, let's slice this one up and taste it. That is just so delicious. Not only do I now have a freezer full of pizzas that my family can grab out when they need it, or I can grab when we're having an impromptu pizza party, but I have a delicious lunch for today. So let me rewind a little bit and show you how I just whipped up 20 delicious pizzas for my freezer. So to make this pizza party go really well and go fast, I'm going to get all of my toppings ready in bulk so that they are just all prepared and we can go ahead and put those on our lovely pizzas. So I've got some pepperoni, and I'm not going to cut that. I'm just going to leave it in these nice big pieces. I've got some ham I'm going to chop up, some onions, some capsicum, and I've got my pineapple all drained and ready to go. When we're making pizza in bulk, it's really important to make sure that we've drained all of our pineapple so it doesn't make our bases soggy. And I'm just going to chop up these gorgeous little cherry tomatoes too. I'm just going to pop them in half, and they're going to be extra yummy on our margarita pizza. So to make my prep of my pizza today go so fast, yesterday I prepared all of the pizza bases. Now, of course, you could go ahead and you can get your pizza bases from your local shop already made, but I made mine mainly because I like to steer clear of additives and things like that, but also because it was so much cheaper. So my pizza bases that I made yesterday work out to be about 20 cents each, which is super cheap, making my pizzas really affordable and fitting in nicely to a budget. If you want to make the same pizza bases as I've made, then I'll put the link in the description for you and you can go ahead and grab that and you can make them. They were so easy. I didn't even need a bowl to start with. I simply put all the flour on my clean bench, make a well in the middle with my yeast and my sugar and my water, and then you just mix it in. It forms into a lovely big ball of dough. I did this twice to make 2 kilos of dough. And then you pop it on your bench, cover it with some cling film so that it rises. And it only takes about 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and you've got this amazing dough. And the great thing about this dough is it goes forever. It makes so many pizzas, but also it was so easy to make, and it's not a sticky dough. So you don't need to add lots of flour to it. You can put it on your bench, roll it out with your rolling pin, and just like that, you've got 10 or 20 pizza bases ready to go. So what I did with mine, because I wasn't going to be making the pizzas until today and I wanted to be super organized, I just popped them in my freezer with a little bit of baking paper or parchment paper in between them. And just like that, they're all ready to go today. So I'm just going to get them out of the freezer, pop the toppings on and pop them back in if we're not going to be eating them today. So they are going to be fantastic to have in my freezer. So I've grabbed my pizza bases out of my freezer. I'm going to be super quick with making these because I don't want the bases to defrost. If you've brought them from the shop and they're not frozen, you won't have to be so quick. But you can see that I have just put a piece of parchment paper between each one. So there's definitely no sticking together going on with these guys. I love making my own pizza bases because they are so healthy, they are so cheap, and they're super easy and fun to make. And then I've just got some paper plates that I've put all over my bench, and each base is going to go on top of one of the plates. This is going to make freezing them so easy, and when anyone is taking one out and cooking it, they can also just eat it on the plate, making dishes less and less in my kitchen, which we love. I'm going to start by coating each one with this beautiful store-bought pasta sauce. I don't like to use a puree because it can be really thick and what's the word I'm looking for? Too rich. So I really like this store-bought one. It's so cheap. It's just simple ingredients, tomatoes, basil. It's got a little bit of onion in there. I've also got a kilo of grated mozzarella cheese to pop on as well. I like to put my cheese on first and then to top it with my toppings. If you have access to authentic mozzarella, like the bald mozzarella, or even if you make it yourself, go ahead and use that. That would be amazing. We don't really have access to that here, and I have made mozzarella from scratch before, but today I thought I will just buy the mozzarella from the supermarket. It was on a really good special. Okay, let's make some nice Hawaiian pizzas with lots of champagne ham and pineapple. And then these are going to go straight into the freezer and I'm going to free flow them. Next, I'm doing pepperoni with some lovely green capsicum or pepper. And then for these ones, the last ones, I'm going to do a supreme. So I don't know if you have a supreme where you are, but a supreme is a little bit of everything. And the only thing I've forgotten, I've got the pineapple, I've got some pepperoni, some beautiful cherry tomatoes, and some basil, and some red onion. But the only thing I've forgotten are the mushrooms. But never mind, we can always add mushrooms before we cook them. Got a little bit of this bruschetta mix. It's got tomatoes, red onions, and basil in it, and a little bit of olive oil. I know who in my family loves a barbecue swirl and who doesn't, so we're just going to do a few of those. We did an amazing job. We have got so many beautiful pizzas. We've got pepperoni, we've got supreme, we've got our favorite Hawaiian with lots of champagne ham, a little bit of red onion in there, our cherry tomatoes. These are all going to pop into the freezer, except for the ones that we're going to cook right now. These were so fast to make and they look amazing. This one here is going into the oven so that I can sample this now for my lunch. I've got a couple of others going in for my family that are here for lunch as well. And then the rest are going to fill up our freezer. So I'm going to free flow these. And once they are frozen, then they will go into their bags and stack on top of each other so that it's going to save lots of room in my freezer and my family can just grab a pizza when they need one. And to free flow, I just stack my pizzas on my trays. I put a piece of parchment paper or my bags that I'm going to use between, and then they just stack just like that. Just before these go into the oven, I'm going to slide the little plate out that's underneath, and that can be used later for serving. Now they can go into the oven and we can try them. Not only do I now have a freezer full of pizzas that my family can grab out when they need it, or I can grab when we're having an impromptu pizza party, but I have a delicious lunch for today.